Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to show you the #1 tip that you need to apply to every single TikTok video in order to go viral. Now the concept that I'm going to be breaking down in extreme detail in today's video is going to allow you to 100% increase the amount of views you're getting on all of your content, not only on TikTok, whether you're doing the Creator Awards program or TikTok Shop, but also any sort of short form content. So that could include YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Snapchat Spotlight, anything. The concept I'm going to be diving into in today's video is hooks. The hook is essentially the start of your short form videos, and this is a determining factor in terms of whether your video does well or doesn't. This exact advice and detail is what I teach all of my students, and it creates a night and day difference between their videos getting no views and going viral. So with that being said, I highly suggest you pay attention and watch the entire video all the way through so you don't miss out on any of the important information. That being said, guys, enjoy the video. Okay guys, so every single piece of short form content has a hook within it. Every single video has a hook. You might not even realize that you're making it, but if the hook is bad, people aren't going to watch it, and therefore they're going to swipe off straight away. So the whole point is that the hook needs to be very captivating. We need to grab their attention very quickly in order to get them to stay on the video. And the reason this works is because people spend longer on the video, your average watch time is going to rise, and this is a key stat which determines how well your video gets pushed out. Obviously, the higher watch time, the more likely you are to go viral, because TikTok wants to keep pushing out videos where people are spending more time watching it, because that means they're not using other apps like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and they're staying on the TikTok app. Now in terms of a hook, it's broken down into two things. It's visually on the screen. What's happening on the screen when they're looking at it? What is happening? Is it very engaging? Are you grabbing their attention by doing something crazy? The second thing is verbally. Are you speaking in the video? Are you adding a voiceover? If you are, you might want to say something controversial, so that when they're swiping, they hear this controversial thing and then they're hooked into the video. They're thinking, what the hell is going on? That's an example of a verbal hook. And these are the main two ways through the hook that you can grab people's attention and make sure they don't swipe off. And that way your video is going to have a higher watch time and a higher chance of being pushed out. The reason why this is the #1 tip to go viral is because if you have a bad hook, it doesn't matter what else is in the video. It can be an amazing, perfect video that you spent loads of time on. But if people just swipe off because the hook isn't good enough, it doesn't matter. They're never going to see that in the first place. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is break down exactly how you can make your visual and your verbal hooks in order to allow yourself to go as viral as possible and make as much money as possible with short form content. I'm going to be breaking down some good examples and then some bad examples of hooks so you can see exactly what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Alright guys, I'm firstly going to be breaking down this as a visual hook. This video right here went extremely viral, 1.7 million likes, and if we have a look at the views here, 21 million views. This is a niche that I recently showed off in my past video. It's an AI ranking niche, and the reason this did so well is because of the hook. We have a look at the start of the video right here. It's extremely unique and something you would just never expect at all, and it just grabs that viewer's attention straight away. This is an example of a visual hook, not a verbal hook, because as you can see, there's nothing verbally really going on. There's no audio except for just a bit of ASMR. There's no voiceover or anything like that. It's all strictly down to the visuals. It's a piece of toast, and you don't know what to expect, and instantly there's like this weird sort of diamond gem being added on and then spread it out. Of course, this isn't real, this is made with AI, but this is so visually engaging that it just grabs the viewer's attention, and is the reason why this video would have performed so well, because the watch time would have risen significantly because people aren't swiping off the video, they're staying on it. Here's another example of the AI ranking niche. This time it's with clapback, so it's basically funny, entertaining sort of jokes, and we can see that this person, the reason this video did so well, it has 2.2 million likes and has 13 or basically 14 million views, is because the first clip is extremely entertaining.
Do you support me?
No, but maybe your adoptive mother will.
I'm not adopted though.
You will be.
And it can also be seen as controversial. So one, it's very funny. The people that find it funny are going to get hooked in and want to watch the rest of the video. If you have a boring start to the video, people are just going to swipe off, they won't care. But through doing something funny, that's going to hook people in. Secondly, this is quite controversial because whoever's fans of BTS is going to get mad about this. They're going to comment, they're going to want to stay on the video, they're going to get mad, and therefore that's going to hook them in through controversy as well. So this is again an example of a hook that uses that sort of visual, verbal, sort of grabbing the viewer's attention through, using comedy, and then also adding a bit of controversy in there too. I'm going to show you another example of someone that's combined a visual and a verbal hook. And if we have a look at this one right here, straight away we have this football animation that comes onto the screen, and that visual effect just instantly hooks the person onto the screen. So if we have a look at this again, football animation comes in and there's loads going on the screen, and that's going to visually grab that viewer's attention straight away as soon as they click onto this video.
By their female version, not a single person got the last one. This diva.
They also include a verbal hook there. Not a single person will get the last one. That basically means that the viewer's going to stop scrolling and think, oh, let me see if I can get the last one, because it must be very difficult. So they stay on the video and they actually watch even further all the way on until the end, because they want to see if they can get the last question right. So that's going to hook someone in because you're basically challenging them. So that's an example of a verbal hook that you should be implementing. There's actually another niche that I showed on the channel exactly how to make this content, and you can see this page is just getting crazy views and earning so much money on their content. Look at this, it's insane. Also guys, I'm back hosting a full TikTok masterclass on the 27th of July. I have not done one of these masterclasses in absolute months, and the people that joined those previously know how much source and how much of an impact this is going to make on your TikTok journey. Here I'm going to be revealing stuff that I've never spoken about before when it comes to TikTok and how I've applied it to my own pages to make tens of thousands every single month for the past sort of almost 2 years. Now this masterclass is not recorded and has limited spots, so if you'd like to join it, just make sure to join with the link below so that you can go ahead and secure your spot, and it will tell you all the details that you need to know. Right here we have a TikTok shop style video, which is another program of TikTok which you can monetize through that I'm doing and teaching, and this is a great example of a visual hook. So if you have a look at this right here, it's extremely visual, and we can see this video right here got 83,000 likes, and if we go in to see how many views it got 4.6 million views. And when you're promoting a product and you have 4.6 million views, the amount of sales you're going to be making is insane. So you're making a lot of money. Breaking down this hook itself, if we look right at the start, there's a quick movement of both of the items onto the screen. At the start of the frame, there's nothing there, it's just the sink with water running down it. So the water coming out the sink itself is already visually engaging. And then the objects come into play. So you can see on the left there, the water just comes in onto the screen and the creatine comes in onto the screen. And that's again very more visually stimulating because things are coming into place very quickly at the start of the video. So when someone's scrolling and they see that, they're instantly hooked in. The next thing they go ahead and do is they start to pour the creatine powder and they miss it. They get it all over the place. It starts spilling, and that's what's going to hook the viewer in as well, because this is extremely visually engaging. Instead of just having the water bottle and just holding it in front of the camera still, it's always moving. There's always something new going on that's visually engaging. And another thing the video does very well is it has the text on screen as well, which is going to grab people's attention because this connects to a pain point. A lot of people that use creatine, they're going to be able to relate to this. It's very difficult to make a drink, whereas maybe instead they want to use something like creatine gummies or something like that, or their own blender. So getting this pain point across at the start of the video is very relatable, especially through the text. They're telling people to stop using bottles and spoons to mix the protein in creatine. They've also purposely spelt protein wrong as well to get people to comment. So all these little things that you might not have noticed are really what goes into making the video go viral. It's not particularly difficult. It's very easy to just purposely spell something wrong, or very easy to make this video. It's just the small details that really add up which help your video go viral in terms of the hook. And then in the hook they go to follow this up with the product itself, and they're using a blender. They're already mixing the water in it, so it's very visually engaging. It's like warping right here, and they show how much better and easier this is to use, and that is just a great example of how you can show off a product. Here's another very smart way that this guy hooked the viewer in order to go viral. So if we watch this right here, first of all, in itself it's quite visually engaging. He's doing pull-ups on scaffolding, but if you have a watch a bit further, he uses AI to make himself fall down, which is very smart, because within the first 3 seconds already something crazy has happened. And you can see from the comments loads of people are talking about this too, which definitely shows that this worked to hook people in on this TikTok shop video. Okay, so here guys, I'm going to show you an example of a bad hook. Now this is right here, a TikTok shop video. No hate to the specific creator themselves, I'm sure they're still learning, but this is an example of what a bad hook is. As you can see, what they're doing is just showing off the product straight away, and they're just putting it in front of the camera. There's nothing visually engaging about this going on at all. It's literally just holding the product in front. People are going to find this boring, they're going to swipe off straight away. That's why this video and the other videos on this page just haven't performed very well. So what you need to go ahead and do, for example, this is a mist right here. So if it's a mist, what you do instead is you'd start spraying it, and you'd show the mist, and that visually engaging sort of appeal to the viewer would hook them in way better. An example of this hook is this lady right here. She's promoting the ceiling fan, and you can see at the start of the video she's instantly spinning it, and that's visually engaging. Instead of just holding it up still in front of the camera, she's spinning it, she's showing off the movement, and that's going to hook the viewer in because the screen is more visually stimulating. Another great way that you can do hooks is taking advantage of viral trends. Right here, this girl in the middle is a bit of a meme at the moment, and this video went crazy. This video right here has 1 million views, and if you have a look at this hook, this is a quiz style page, and what they do is they implement one of the first questions as this viral trend, and that means that everyone that has seen this trend before is going to get hooked in because they find it funny, they find it entertaining, it's popping at the moment, and therefore when they swipe and they see this, they're going to get hooked in. And now that's why this video has gone on to perform so well. Another really important thing to understand is when you've got a hook that works well, for example this one right here is very smart, taking advantage of the viral trend, implementing it into the quiz. You can see this page now does that for every single video. Every single video they're using these viral trends. This one 2.8 million views, all getting hundreds of thousands of views on their content because they're taking advantage of new trending memes for their page. Whereas you can see this version of the Riz quiz right here, it doesn't start with that viral trend at the start, it's just a regular kind of video, and this is not performed nearly as well as the other content that takes advantage of viral trends in their hook. I hope this video helps you guys understand how important the hook of your video is, and that every single time you go to make a video, make sure that you're putting in the majority of the effort into the hook of the video, because if the rest is good and the hook is bad, no one's even going to see the rest anyway. So make sure this is super high quality. And remember, if you're going, you know, with these kind of views, low views, 4,000 views, you need to implement some form of visual and verbal hook. And this is how people in my free chat, even in the free Discord, are making 5.5k off a singular day alone. We can see this is from one day right here, just from using the Create Towards program and combining it with good visual and verbal hooks to hook the viewer in. Now, if you are someone that's looking to take TikTok seriously, I've just opened up new spots inside of my Inner Circle mentorship group. These are the people that are one-to-one mentored by me, and they produce the results you're seeing on screen, allowing people to make tens of thousands in their first ever month with TikTok. In fact, I'm so confident with my teaching over all the people that I've one-to-one mentored that if you don't make 5 figures online, you get a full refund. Now, obviously, because this is such a crazy offer, the spots get filled up very quickly, so I highly recommend applying with the link in the description. That being said, guys, if you want free help with TikTok, I have my free Discord community linked in the description. On top of that, all of my social media is linked in the description too. And I really appreciate if you guys can go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. It really does mean a lot to me. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.